I watched every single Disney movie from the 1930s and 40s, and here's my ranking from worst to best. In last place is Saludos Amigos, an extremely boring movie composed of 4 different short films based in Latin America. Fun fact, the reason why this movie was made was because the United States wanted to gain an alliance with South America during World War II. Next up, we have Fun and Fancy Free, a movie composed of 2 different animated short sequences, one with Bongo the Bear and the other being Mickey and the Beanstalk. This was actually the last time that Walt Disney ever voiced Mickey Mouse. It also potentially has the scariest character in any Disney movie. Fantasia, a movie that has 8 different animated sequences all composed with classical music. The most iconic part of the movie, the Sorcerer's Apprentice sequence, was actually a comeback short for Mickey Mouse after he declined in popularity in years prior. Melody Time has 7 different animated sequences all composed with pop and folk music. The highlight of this movie is when a tugboat gets chained up and arrested after murdering an ocean liner. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad is another movie composed of 2 animated sequences, one based on the story of the Wind and the Willows, and the other based on the legend of Sleepy Hollow. I really enjoyed the Mr. Toad sequence, but the Headless Horseman one was just alright. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the world's first full-length animated feature film. Honestly, I think this movie is super overrated because it's the first. This movie was originally expected to cost $250,000, but quickly skyrocketed to $1.5 million and led to Walt Disney needing to mortgage his home. Dumbo, which definitely has some of the darkest scenes in any Disney movie. The way that they show Dumbo visiting his mother Jumbo's jail cell is actually heartbreaking. Coming in at an hour and 4 minutes, it's actually the shortest Disney movie ever made, and it was also Walt Disney's favorite. The Three Caballeros is another Disney movie that was made to appeal to South America, but is much more enjoyable and has a lot less propaganda than Saludos Amigos. It's also technically the first Disney sequel. Pinocchio is one of my favorite films from the classic Disney library. A story of a young boy learning how amazing and how terrifying the world can actually be. Fun fact, the reason why this movie was made was because an Italian journalist came to Walt Disney and suggested that he adapt the iconic story. And my favorite of the first 10 animated Disney movies is Bambi, a fantastically executed story about growing up with elements of friendship, love, and loss. The reason why the animation on these animals are so realistic is because Disney brought in a pair of fawn for the animators to study. I am slowly making my way through the entire catalog of Disney animated films, so be on the lookout for some more rankings in the near future.